So this is the self-development with tactics.
Book.
So this one's gonna be about me talking about things, and I'm hopefully also gonna cover some things that are of interest to you, whether it is about, I don't know, working out, diet, self-development thoughts, just some things that I have discovered, some things like this. It's probably going to be like a huge, more or less huge collection of thoughts that might be interesting to you. And I hope that I'm going to have some music there and whatnot, so that it is not that boring. And I just highly recommend listening to this as a podcast, because it is available as a podcast, and it is also probably going to save you some time. So if you're just seeing this YouTube video, please check out the podcast. You know, it's way better. There's also not going to be any ads and stuff. So there's anyway not going to be any ads, but you're also going to be way faster. You could, for example, also speed it up if I'm too slow, something like that. I try to cut it relatively well so that it is not like a lot of breaks between me talking and not talking. And yeah. Anyway, we're going to see after the intro as every day, because this is what we do. And I also try to stay here where there is a good, how should I say, where there is good soundproofing. So maybe I'm gonna make myself a little bit of a mold and talk into that. And I hope it is better like that. So first of all, I really do want to cover some dietary things or some workout things, because I'm, as an idiot as I am, have been overtraining a little tiny bit, and as I've also been in the past day and also today been, you know, watching a few workout videos and actually finding some really cool people that really do give a lot of scientific advice, scientific evidence, some studies. For example, there is one guy called Dr. Mike Israelit or something. If you just type it in, just kind of similar, you're probably gonna find him. And also Jeff Nippard, Neppard, I guess. And they do both make, first of all, free content, which is something that I heavily appreciate. And second of all, yes, this is what I've just been viewing. And it is about paper. Well, anyway. But I've just actually been watching a video on volume, and I have seen that a workout volume of 10 to 20 sets per week, very important, per week, for every body part or per body part, seems to be optimal for muscle growth. If you go further, people have been kind of saying that it is better and stuff. Some people say that it is worse, but in general, we kind of are quite sure of the fact that it is good to stay in between 10 and 12 sets per body part per week. And I've been thinking about things therefore, and I mean, I have seen that I'm doing, like, for example, let's just take chest. I'm training chest 3 times a week, and I'm having 4 sets per exercise, and I'm having 4 exercises, which means that I'm having on one day 16 sets, because I'm having 4 sets and 4 exercises. And if we add it up with just the other one, with the days, then I'm gonna have 16 times 3, which is like, I don't know, 40, 42, 48, something like that. Yeah, it's quite a lot. And I don't know if this is kind of optimal and whether I should actually just take another split, because at this point in time I'm having an upper and lower body split, because I do want to maximize the amount of times I work out certain body parts in the week, so that I can make sure that I'm gonna hit it correctly, and I'm gonna hit it in a way that is also gonna therefore, is it indulge or introduce? I think it's more introduce, yes. No, indulge it's not. Protein synthesis. And yeah, so I don't know. And I'm also, which is which is another thing, I've seen some gains, and I've really been able to make some gains, especially when it comes to my abs. I really am fucking happy about that. I've been really training hard. This is also one of the reasons why I am not gonna work out today and yesterday, and why I've also been feeling bad or just not as good the past few days, because I've clearly overtrained and I've clearly overdone it, because I have done 1 hour and quite 20 minutes of workout in the morning, just quite after waking up or something. And then in the evening or late afternoon, another 20 to 30 minutes, just because I wanted to do it, and just because I just I don't know, I like working out and I like moving my body. But not that of a smart idea in the end, because I fucked myself. I really have. And therefore, like, because of that, I've been looking up some things and the evidence and stuff like that, so that I can make sure that I'm doing it optimally. Because the fact is, I have clearly done way too much. I have seen gains, but I don't know. It could have also just been a case that I would have been able to get better gains by doing less. Definitely. But, you know, because, and this is something that I wanted to say, I've also done supersets, which means that every single set that I had was a superset, quite. Which means that you know, I've completely killed myself. I've completely just probably also done something wrong. This is why, first of all, I've cut out the supersets to a relatively high degree. I like them, quite, which is a problem, I guess. But I don't know, maybe I just also have to do another split that I'm just only gonna work out 2 times this. You know, that I'm not gonna have chests 3 times a week, but I'm gonna have it 2 times. Just also because, like, I'm having upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. So my workout routine starts with what is it called, Wednesday? Yes, because of school reasons, I initially had to just structure it in that way, which means that I'm gonna work out from Wednesday to Sunday, and Monday and Tuesday are my days off. So today is Tuesday, and yesterday I've already had a day off, and the last week I've decided to, you know what, I just don't need 2 rest days, you know, especially not after one and another. So I'm just gonna work out, you know, on Tuesday, which might also be one of the reasons why I've then been able to fuck myself quite. So today I'm gonna not work out, and yesterday and also today I've really made sure that I'm not doing any exercise, because sometimes I just do some push-ups because it is fun and because I just want to feel it and stuff. But I've decided to just not do anything, you know. Just because I've understood and I've seen that my body needs to rest and repair. Also because, I mean, I was actually quite fucked, you know. Also in the sense of performance-wise, everything was well. I've been able to just push myself through quite, and I've also got a pump and all of that good stuff. But yeah, not good. So please have a look at it. Please just also think about doing it in the optimal way and figuring out the optimal way for you, whatever this might be. And just, you know, because it really comes up to which type of body you're having, your genetics and all those things. Because if you can't recover, if you're overtraining, it is fucked up. It really is. Your brain isn't working that well anymore. Your body isn't obviously working that well anymore. You completely fuck yourself, and it's just really not worth it. Really is not. So please have a look at this, and please also rest enough, which includes sleep, but which, at least at my point of view, also includes active rest, i.e. stretching, i.e. just resting, just having some time off. Because if you overtrain, then you have to rest quite, you know, unless you really want to break yourself. And I don't know, like, I think this is definitely something in general that I do quote unquote struggle with, that I always get too far, and I always just do too much until I really can't handle it anymore, I guess. And this is then when I know, okay, now I have to stop, and now I have to kind of adjust things, I guess. And so I don't know, like, there's a lot of great information on that, on volume, how many sets, how many reps, because it's not that easy. You can really simplify it, but if you really if you do really want to know shit and stuff, then there is a lot of nuances to that. Yeah, but it's a cool thing, because now I've been able to structure my workout just completely differently, and it's pretty interesting. And I'm gonna see whether it works out as I wanted to work out, and if it does, it's pretty cool. And if it is not doing what I just wanted to do, then I don't know. I've made some gains, and I'm gonna keep them anyway, which is a good thing. Because, like, it is difficult to build them, but maintaining them is not that of a huge deal, as I've also seen yesterday. Which actually I think just includes for some body parts, like, just, I don't know, sometimes even 0 sets per week that you just maintain it, you know. But I think this is only the case for abs, even though, like, a lot of just dietary things play into that as well, which you might know if you're into that space. But anyway, something else that I do want to talk about, and this is something that I've been hitting on or been talking about a little tiny bit yesterday as well, is being smart with what you're doing. Because I have seen that of course, I mean, there is a lot of advice that you can get on various different things. I mean, you can get advice on relationship things. You can get advice on communicating in general. You can get advice at building your business and whatnot. But often it turns out to just being smart about things and just thinking about them and doing something that's logical is just good, or good enough. Let's put it like this. I mean, for example, if I produce a video, then, for example, posting it when I know people are gonna see it, when I know people are gonna be online, is smart. I'm not gonna post it when nobody's online and nobody's able to see it. Also because I know that, okay, if it is doing well in the first few hours of me uploading it, then it's gonna be just promoted, quote unquote, even more by YouTube, for example. Because if it is performing well in the first few hours, I guess it just somehow gets a boost. And then, if the whole attention sinks a little bit, then YouTube also knows, okay, it's not that of a good video. We thought it is a good one, but it is not. So it's a lot of things make sense. Really a lot of things make sense. So I don't know. Try to be smart about things. Try to make things in a smart way and do things in a smart way, and also in a way that is working good for you. Because of course, like, people are gonna tell you, do it in this way, do it in that way, but if it is not working for you in this or that way, then yeah, why should you be doing it in this way? Why should you be doing it in that way? Like, there is no reason behind that. Like, it's just gonna be a waste of time, and it's just gonna be it's just not gonna be good for your productivity, also for your well-being probably as well. So there's a lot of nuances to that as well. But the point is, be smart about things and think about things. I mean, for example, as well, if you're just communicating with somebody, like, when should I text this person? Whether this is just, I don't know, some love relationship, or whether this is just something else. But I don't know, think about it. Should I text this person in the early morning, or should I text this person in the evening? I don't know. It probably depends on what this person is doing. If you know that the person is, I don't know, really busy during the day, then just don't text or call during the day, because it is fucked up. Just call or text in the evening. It just makes way more sense. Or, of course, like, a lot of knowledge also plays into that. You just also, for example, need to know when your audience is gonna be just online to just think about the first point that I've been bringing up. Like, you need some knowledge and you need some things, and I don't know, like, there's a lot of things that you can read and go through online. And by the way, book recommendation, and I'm pretty grateful and for this book recommendation, because it was also recommended to me, and it's still to this day, I still find it as strange, that I haven't been stumbling upon it before. It's the Why Cafe. It's an amazing book about some things that I often talk about, which is meaning in life, consumerism, all sorts of things. And it's an amazing book with an amazing story, and you can actually read it for free online. When you go to the archive.com and type in the Why Cafe, then you can download it for free, also as an EPUB version, which makes it a little bit faster to read. I've been able to complete it in 3 hours, I guess, in total. Over 2 days, quite. And it's been a really fucking good book, because it just talks about so many things that I really appreciated and also think are really important. So please have a look at it. I'm so grateful that it was recommended to me, like, really. It's just, I am gonna from now on recommend it all the fucking time. It might not be necessarily something new for you, but I guess it's just also a good reminder to just, view it and have a look at it. But, it might also be just something completely new for some people. I just also do want to say that it might be. Yes, something else. Is there something else that I want to... Yes, of course, strange. Because I've been talking about strange things. At this point of time, and it weirdly also plays into the book thing. Because it's also been like a topic, quote unquote, in the book, which is, if you do things that you're passionate about, that you find meaning in, then it is kind of inevitably gonna lead you to better things. in terms of like, you know, things are gonna happen, good things are gonna occur, and I don't know, and I also do want to just get into it like doing the right thing. I kind of feel like that doing the right thing is gonna lead to more right things happening to you as well. Because, I mean, so many different strange things happen, and I can't somehow go into just depth there because it would be unnecessary, because nobody would understood it anyway, you know, but I mean, just some coincidences and some strange things happening, and some things where I just really think like, well, you know, why? And I don't know, these things make life pretty interesting for me. Wondering like, why is this happening? Why did this happen? Why did this happen at this point of time, at this exact second? Like, what coincidence is it? You know, how high is the chance? What is the probability of that? And I don't know, like, there's just, it's interesting. It's a cool thing, and I don't know. I do just want to point out once again, as so often, that being kind and being generous and being a kind person and being a nice person, also being remembered as one, is just one of the best things you can be doing, and one of the best things that you could also just introduce to your children if you are a parent, because it is just going to be something of value. It is always going to be. We always do things, we always choose people that we like. And I mean, there's also a lot of quote-unquote strategies to be liked by other people, or just hiring the chance that this is going to be the case, if this makes sense, you know? Mirroring and all sorts of things, of course, but I don't know, like, if you're nice, like, I don't know, if you're an asshole, of course, just nobody's gonna like you unless this person is an asshole as well. On the other hand, it is like, it is just totally like, it feels better for you as well. You're gonna feel better about yourself, and it feels right and doing things that feel right are also nice, and it just also feels good. And I don't know, like, on some days I really wish that I would be able to do more good things. First of all, it gives me a kick, it really does. You know, it just really lets me feel good, and this is something that I like. And on the other hand, it is like, I don't know, I just like it. I think indeed, like, the kick that I'm getting out of it, in terms of like just it feeling good, or it letting me feel good, is probably a pretty high reason why I'm even doing it. I don't know. Besides it feeling just correct and right, which on the other hand is like, yes, it's also making me feel something. So it's just the same point once again, quite, if this is understandable, I hope so. But I don't know, focus on that. You know, focus on making something that's great. Focus on saying something that's great, and doing something that's great. You know, because we all can do something, and we all can at least say something to those people that we appreciate. Or those things that we appreciate. I mean, like, if somebody's wearing something pretty cool, then you can point it out, like, I fucking like these shoes. The person's gonna feel amazing about that. The person's gonna appreciate that. But it should be honest. Like, there's no point in saying something that's not honest. Like, it's complete bullshit. Like, there's no reason why you should even be thinking about that. Like, no, it's not good. You know, it's anti-karma, just times 100. Don't do that. Really is not a good idea. On the other hand, say something, do something, create something. If you know that people are gonna profit from it or gonna just like it, then, and it is not a lot of work for you, then why don't you do it? I mean, you could, really could. Especially when it is about saying something, like just saying something nice, praising somebody, but also just doing it in a way that is not like, oh, you did this really well. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Nobody gives a fuck about you just being like, oh, you did this very well. Well done. I don't know. Like, of course, it depends on who you are. If you're really just high-level personality and A-level personality, then people are going to be more happy about that. But if you're just the regular boss that normally is a fucking asshole, as a lot of people actually think, which I think, no. Yeah, it's complicated, I guess. The thing is, just mean it, be generous with praise, and do it often, you know, but also just being honest, quite, and also being specific, I guess. I think is a pretty huge part as well. Like, you just wrote this word so well because I can read it like really good, and I've never seen it before written in this way, and I like just this A that you've been using there. This is something completely different than if you say, wow, you've wrote this pretty good. You know, it just also depends on your tonality. It also depends on your body language. It also depends on whether you're just texting or whether you're just actually one-to-one. So in person, if it is an in-person conversation, like there's a lot of things that play into that, I would say. And I don't know. I feel like just hugging the whole world, and I would like to do that because I don't know. Like I do wanna let people feel good and happy. I wanna have that. I just don't wanna see a lot of negative people. I don't know, it's not what I want to see, and I hope that I can in some way make that happen for some people, at least for some people that are relatively close to me, and I don't know, maybe even with the podcast, but we're gonna see in the future how this is gonna turn out, I guess. At this point in time, it's actually doing pretty good, to be honest, you know, really quite good. It's not like, you know, 1 million clicks and something, no, it is not, but I don't know, like at this point in time, the funny thing is, at this point in time, I'm just doing it. You know, I don't think about the money that I might be earning. Like this is the thing that I just give a fuck the most about. And I mean, helping other people, this is pretty, I think, high on the list of, okay, why this would be actually pretty great, because I would be in charge. I would be in charge of just putting out things that, well, I am at this point in time also in charge of doing that. So I might just be doing a pretty bad job at doing that. Could be the case. I'm also not really feeling like just sharing a lot of things that might be pretty valuable. You know, one of these things that I always thought like it's pretty valuable is the 5 book summaries list, like the top book summaries of 2019. It's a video that I've done. It's not that of a good video. I could have done it in a better way, but I still think that these book summary sites, they're fucking amazing. And not everyone is or was able to find them. You know, at this point of time, they've changed, unfortunately, but yeah, I think that this is gonna be the end of the video. I hope that this is somehow good. Yeah, maybe this was just a therapy session for myself, talking about some things, but yeah, shout out to everyone. Yeah, I appreciate it. So the question of the day is, what could you do, what could you make, what could you create that you know is gonna change somebody's life? What could it be? What is in your mind? What could you do? Anyway, I wish you the best health, happiness, and also success, and also hope that you're gonna remind us of you're gonna be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person, which is a good thing, an amazing thing indeed. 3 other questions that I'm having for you are, why are you here, what are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? Because these 3 questions are hopefully gonna show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is an optimal and cool thing. Yes. I'm hopefully gonna see you the next time. I'm now gonna learn and or study a bit, and I don't know, I just really appreciate it. I appreciate your time and the time that you've taken and all these things, and yeah, hopefully gonna see you the next time. So stay nice, stay generous, praise people, praise their actions, and we hope we're gonna see each other the next time. So bye-bye. Bye-bye, and now I'm gonna turn off the microphone. I'm probably gonna cut it out, but maybe I'm also not gonna cut it out. It depends. It depends, you know. So it could be, it could also not be, but yeah, we're gonna see. Maybe I'm gonna end it on exactly 25. Well, it's never gonna be 25 minutes because I'm gonna cut it anyway. So it's gonna be 23 minutes, 24 probably, something like that. But anyway, as I said, please be nice, be generous, be kind, be patient, and a lot of other things that I think are great. Bye-bye.